Hey everyone, this is Nate from EZscreenprint.com, and continuing with my series of doing the Avengers t-shirts, I'm going to be doing Hawkeye today. So you can see here I've printed out my image onto the transparencies, and I've actually printed out the image twice. Some people have been having problems. They've been texting me on Facebook about having problems with exposure times, and if you're having problems with light getting through your image and onto the screen, you can double up with your transparency. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to double up with my transparency. So I've got two. I'm going to make sure they're lined up because you don't want to have any shadowing effects. So I'm spending some time here making sure they're all lined up. And I'm going to lay it down right on top of my EZscreenprint sheet. And if you want to know where to get these supplies, look in the description below. I'll have a link to where you can get all the supplies to make these t-shirts. So now I put the EZscreenprint sheet down, I put the transparency on top, and now I'm putting it all into my exposure board and clasping it closed. And once it's secure, I use my own lighting source. This is an Easy Grow light I got from EZscreenprint.com. You can also just use regular sunlight, but I like to use this because it's consistent and I can do it any time of the day, and it takes about 10 minutes using this. So you can see once it's been exposed for about 10 minutes, you can see the image has been burned in to the screen. And the next step is to submerge it in water. So I'm just going to leave it here in the water for about 30 minutes. And then you see when I come back, it doesn't take very much. I can just shake the sheet a little bit, and all that emulsion is going to come out of the sheet. And that white you see is a screen, so it's emulsion on a screen. And so all the emulsion came out where we put the transparency, and now ink is going to be able to go through the screen onto the t-shirt. So I'm just going to run this under water just to rinse off any excess emulsion. I want to block my screen up at all. And then I'm just going to let it dry somewhere. Then once it's dry, you can see here, I'm going to screen print my t-shirt. So I'm going to use blue painter's tape to fix the stencil to my shirt. And then I'm going to be using Speedball Opaque Gray for this one, because I just like the way the gray looks for this particular design. So I'm just going to put a little bit of ink on my squeegee and run it over the screen and make sure I hit every area. Sometimes a little bit easier if you go ahead and just put it straight on the screen or on the squeegee, it doesn't really matter which. So now once I got the screen covered, it'll be easy to squeegee down the ink over the entire design. Alright, now I'm just going to put the excess ink back into my container here off the squeegee. And then remove the blue painter's tape to see how the image came out. And there we go, it came out really well. The other thing I like to do on these Avengers t-shirts is to put their logo on the sleeve. And so here you can see I made a sheet of all four of the logos, and you can cut these sheets if you need just a small stencil. You can expose them and then cut them up, or you can cut them up before you expose to save sheets to expose for later. But I went ahead and exposed all 6 of them on that sheet, and I'm going to cut off the Hawkeye logo. I folded over the sleeve there, but I want to make sure I also get a flat surface underneath. I don't want any creases on the shirt underneath because that'll mess up when I'm trying to screen print. And then I'm going to fix it to the shirt using blue painter's tape. going to be using the exact same ink again, but I'll be using a smaller squeegee. This is a smaller design and I want to get ink everywhere, so I use a small squeegee. Pull out some of my ink, and then I scrape it over the design. And once it's done, I can actually lift this whole thing up, tape and stencil it all at one time because it's so small. And I have my design on my sleeve. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, be sure to leave me a comment down below or become my friend on Facebook. That's become the easiest way for people to ask me questions. And be sure to subscribe and share this with somebody who either is a superhero comic fan or really likes to do-it-yourself crafts and would like to be able to screen print their own t-shirts. Thanks.